everyone, this is Michael Cheek with MikesGuitarLessons.com. There I just played a real quick short part of the intro to Free Fallin'. Now the version I'm doing is John Mayer's cover, so this is not the original song by Tom Petty, but one of my students hired me to learn this song, so that's the version I'm going to at least start with. I may go back and do Tom Petty's version later, but let's learn the part of the intro to the song that I just played, okay? If you're interested in learning the entire song, you can go to www.mikesguitarlessons.com, and once I finish all these videos, they'll all be up there on the website, along with hundreds of other videos as well. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, I've got a capo on the 3rd fret. Many of you might not know what a capo is, but basically all it is, a lot of them look different from this one, but they just clamp down on the guitar neck and hold all the strings down tight so you can play your guitar in different keys while using the same open position chords, that you don't have to change things. Okay, in this song he puts a capo on the 3rd fret, so if you do have a capo, put it in the 3rd fret, and then all of your chords and everything will work for this song. Now let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start off with our 3rd finger, and remember, actually let me name a couple of things first. You got your 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th finger here. Okay. On the guitar, we've got the skinny E string, is what I'll usually call it, or 1st string E. Then you've got your B string, your G, your D, your A, and your 6th string E string, or the thick E string. Okay? So E, B, G, D, A, and E. Now, that'll just help us get through the lesson a little quicker now, if you have those memorized. What I like to do is hold down a D chord for this first part, and you don't play every note in the D chord, but if you're used to playing this chord already, it's just easier just to hold that down instead of the 2 notes that you actually use. So, for that D chord, you're going to have your middle finger in the 2nd fret past the capo. Yeah, and I'm going to, again, this is actually the 5th fret, as you can see, but we're talking about the frets that are past the capo. So this would be the 1st fret, this would be the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, and so on. Okay? And when I say open, that just means open to the capo. Okay? Now you can still play the song without the capo and play it down here. The only problem is you'll be in a different key than the actual version of the song, but it will still work. So you're going to hold down your D chord. Your middle finger is going to go in the 2nd fret of the E string. Okay? Your 3rd finger is going to go in the 3rd fret of the B string. And your 1st finger is going to go in the 2nd fret of the G string, okay? And those are the notes that you hold down. The first 2 notes that you hear in this intro are the B string, so you're going to put your 3rd finger on that string. We're going to be finger picking here. And then you're going to put your thumb, you can really use your thumb or your 1st finger, I'm going to use my thumb though, on the D string. Remember, that's the 4th string from the bottom, okay? So D string and B string, you're going to pluck them together. Okay? And you've got that D chord held down while you do it. So pluck those. Then I want you to play the G string, then the D string again. Okay? So that's going to look like this. And then you're going to change some bass notes right here, and you're going to use your thumb. Leave this D chord down and play with your thumb, play open on the thick E string, and then use your thumb to hold down that same string in the 3rd fret and play it again. So you go. Okay, so and you just kind of let that bass note ring for a second. Then the next part that you're going to hear is going to sound like this. Okay? So what you're going to do there is you're in this position right here. Okay? And now what we're going to do is take our 3rd finger and put it on the B string, and put our middle finger on the G string, and our thumb on the 6th E string. Okay? So B string, G, and thick E string. Pluck them all together. Then put your fingers back on those same strings, but now lower your thumb to the 2nd fret on the E string and pluck all 3 strings again. So, and now you're going to go to an A chord. The quickest way for you to go to the A chord here, and I would suggest doing this for this song at least, is just let your first finger go across the D string, the G, and the B in the 2nd fret, like that. And you've got your A string open. Okay? So that you've got the chord down like that, pretty easy, and you can lay it down fast. And you're going to grab these 4 middle strings, the A string with your thumb, the D with your first finger, the G with your middle finger, and the B with your 3rd finger. And you're going to pluck all 4 strings at the same time. Okay? There's your A chord. So from the beginning, if I play it slow for you, it's going to sound like this. You hold it for a second. We go again. Okay? Now, you're going to keep this A chord down for the next few notes. So don't worry about your left hand, but on your right hand I want you to take your thumb and play the A string. That's the 5th string from the bottom. Then use your first finger to play the D string. And now what you're going to do is play the B string and the G string at the same time. Now you've got them held down in the 2nd fret with your first finger, but you're going to keep that there, and once you do pluck them with these 2 fingers, you're going to actually hammer with your middle finger and your 3rd finger. Okay? And I'm hammering in the 3rd fret on the B string with my middle finger, right there. That's that note. And then I'm hammering in the 4th fret on the G string with my 3rd finger. Okay? And I just do them at the same time. Okay? That's the end of the intro as far as I played it. So let's go through that again. Okay, let me play it one more time slowly. Oh, I messed that up. Here we go. Alright, now I'm playing this on electric. It's actually played on acoustic. I just generally teach my lessons on the electric because my microphone tends to peak a little too loud if I'm using the acoustic right next to the camera. So that's why I'm playing on electric, and obviously you can pull it off on electric, but if you have an acoustic, it works really good on acoustic. You'll still use the capo in the 3rd fret and do everything the same. It's just that the song, the tones you're getting, they're going to sound a little closer to what he's actually playing because he's doing it on an electric. I mean on an acoustic. So anyways, play it on either guitar, and that's it for this part of the intro. That's about 1/4 of the way through the intro, and the rest of the song is pretty similar. So if you get the intro down, you can get through the song pretty good. And if you want any of the other videos for this song or any of the videos I have, we have hundreds of videos as long as general lesson videos over scales and chords and things like that. You can check us out at www.mikesguitarlessons.com.